Hey metalheads, welcome back to the Simmo and Kiel show. We're officially on our 4th episode. Actually, I think it's our 5th episode, but we called the first one just Simmo and Kiel show, and then we moved on from there. So
It's been a while since we've done it.
Yeah.
A bit of surgery.
Yeah. Kyle's had his leg worked on and things are starting to get better. But we're here at Kyle's house today. So welcome to Kyle's humble abode.
It's different.
It's awesome. I like it. We might start doing this more in the future.
It's just different not having the normal aspect of like at your place.
Yeah.
It's just something different.
That's it. Nah, I like it. So we're gonna move forward with that today. And thanks everyone for tuning in. And I want to quickly, I don't even think I've let Kyle know this, so I want to quickly thank everyone for all the subscriptions. We're up to 98, bro.
Definitely. That's awesome. I got something awesome just to tell you that my wife told me.
Yep.
Now she went away to last weekend to a party. It was a 40th/21st, so it was 2 in 1.
Yep.
It was a 90s theme party. And her uncle, he asked when was the next episode coming.
Oh,
and
cool.
I didn't even know. Shout out to Shannon, that's who you are, you know.
Cool.
You are.
Yeah, even shout out to
for the
Daniel.
next
He's
video.
been tuning in, so
I was shocked because I was standing over there and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
We got people wanting to know when our next video was.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it was someone I didn't think personally would even watch our video.
yeah.
And I didn't even know he'd been watching them.
Well, awesome. That is so
Awesome.
cool. So thanks everyone. And So
Shannon Miles, you're awesome.
and Daniel West as well. One of my buddies. He's been tuning in. My mate Damo and Daniel have been tuning in.
It's just cool when you hear shit like that.
Yeah, it is. It's cool, man. So
And it made me feel good.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we're going to keep going, and next year we'll probably do a thing where this is its own channel. I'll get us running with that. So there'll be a Simmo and Kiel show channel,
And probably in the long lines too, with a little Facebook, so that way it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, and it helps us advertise.
You just get the
what's coming out.
updates and stuff like
and
that.
all the behind scenes stuff that I've been holding on to. So that'll be funny. All right, cool. So moving into the first episode. So one thing I want to mention, the coolest thing of the last few months, because it's been a month or so since we did an episode. So we've got a few things to catch up on. So going back a month or so, Gojira at the Olympics.
That's even a little bit long. That's back in July.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
I don't know about Simmo, but when I was actually watching live here, the Olympics, and I did not expect to see Gojira.
Yeah.
And when they announced and they said, oh, here's Gojira, I'm like, I didn't hear that right.
Yeah.
I so did not hear that right.
All right, so
And
for
the
me,
whole crowd was...
it was a weird moment where I was laying in bed and I was sleeping in the tiniest bit because I didn't have to start TAFE till later in the day. And I remember one of the kids running in the room and go, Dad, wake up! There's a heavy metal band on the Olympics. and I'm like, what's going on?
It gets your attention.
But
that's what it did.
I could hear it out there. I could hear it starting. And I quickly jumped out of bed and I ran out and it was live playing on the TV and there it was, Gojira with flames and the
castle
and the beheaded ladies.
It was awesome.
Oh, it was crazy.
But I love it how they were all in the band wasn't in say one spot. They were all in. They were all scattered all over through the castle.
It was so good. They were placed on the castle.
But it was awesome, and it did. It got everyone's attention because it wasn't something you'd be expecting to see.
Yeah,
Gojira playing the Olympics.
No,
such a commercial thing, and for metal itself to be in such a commercial aspect.
Yeah.
Which was so great.
Yep.
So great.
And then there was some people from the other side going,
you can see the ones that
the
were...
Satanism is happening at the Olympics and it's all satanic. And I'm like, man, it's just a French metal band. Chill out.
But I did love how, across the sort of, the English or the Australian people and the American, they're all rocking out. You could see it. They're all rocking out and they would cross to, another country's people where they were a bit sort of like you just said. What's this like? And then, but no, it was awesome to see a metal band play
at the Olympics. How rad was that? So we
not
can
just
remember
any
that
metal
forever. And you know what? It's archived now, so you can always go back and watch that. I think I've watched it on YouTube about 50 times. So, and the thing is, it was a French folk song.
Yes.
So they've played something that's not on any of their albums. Nope. The only place you could listen to it is that.
It was the Olympics.
Yeah.
I just think that they've done something which is going to be throughout the history books, throughout archived.
Yep, forever.
They are the first metal band to play in Olympics.
Yeah.
Not Nickelback, not someone like that who you would expect. They are full-on metal band to play the Olympics.
Yep, so that was wow.
Yeah, that was a big wow event.
Yep, so big wow for the last few months. Moving on, I think that I really enjoyed the new Marilyn Manson songs that Marilyn Manson just dropped a few months ago. So they are great. One of the tracks is called Sicker Than the Secrets Within.
Yep, I've listened to that one.
And the other one was... what was the other one? I love that one more, actually. Red Flag, or is it...
It sounds familiar, but...
Give me a sec. Come on, we're professionals here.
I'll have a find of this.
We can look that up.
But no, some of the newer Manson stuff, for me, is a lot more commercial nowadays.
Ooh, there's actually a new song. We'll talk about that later. There's another new song right now called One Assassination Under God.
Nice.
I don't even know if I want to get into that right now. We can't play the music on the channel.
Honestly, the name of that song...
So the new song is called...
one you just read, Assassination of God. That really...
Raise the Red Flag. But yeah, what a title.
That doesn't surprise me with it being Manson. Yeah. Because he's very much like that. He does not follow everybody. Yeah. He does his own thing.
So, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll have a listen to that one in our own time, because that was just a bit of a surprise. Like, sprung on us right now. I'd love to press play and react to it on the channel, but we
can do another day.
Yeah, we'll do that. We might do that another day. But, so the song I was thinking of is called Raise the Red Flag. I love that.
You started saying Red Flag, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds familiar. Sounds familiar, but yes.
So Raise the Red Flag, I think that one's really got sort of in a way sort of heading back to the old Manson vibes of like Golden Age of Grotesque, a little bit heavier.
Beautiful People.
Yep, because his last album was technically a country album. And he made that album with Shooter Jennings, which is a country producer.
It was quite different because it was so, like, country, but at the same time so pop.
Yep.
And it was like, still Manson singing the way he does, but it didn't make you think this is Manson.
Yeah, but I think he's gone back to that darker style because he's been through some heavy shit over the last few months, over the last year or two.
And Johnny Depp's been on the last couple of albums.
Yeah.
Either as a guitarist or as a guitarist and drummer.
In the studio, and now apparently he's going out live. So
which he's done for the past 6 years.
Yeah, that's cool.
Every now and again he just plays a show but there was a time where he was actually the full touring guitarist.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For anyone who didn't know, Johnny Depp plays
So I did like them songs, but at the same time...
They didn't hit you.
Oh, this first one, started Sicker Than the Secrets Within, didn't hit me. Raise the Red Flag.
Yeah, okay.
So that's been the one that's been on repeat for me for the last few months. But great songs. Anything else you want to say about them?
No, I was a bit sort of like...
In the middle?
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Manson's older stuff. But nothing was like you said, yes, I have been listening to that song that you said and the other one.
Yeah.
They come on every now and again, I listen to them, but they're not something that I go back to and just keep wanting to put on.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, they're not bad, but they didn't grab me
Yeah, okay.
Like, I think, oh, they grabbed me because it's Manson's voice.
Yeah.
Cool. But it didn't grab me as such as like to say, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, right.
I really want to go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
Like his old stuff does.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was cool to hear.
But if he comes out here, I'd be pretty interested in going and seeing a show, because I have heard a quick bit of extra news that all of his live shows at the moment are popping off.
They are.
And that he's looking really good.
Yes.
He's lost a lot of weight, and he's not going on stage drunk and, you know, not cooperating properly with his band on stage. It's all really tight.
Not like Soundwave.
Yeah, not like the Soundwave incident. I was there that day, man.
Same.
And me and my wife are just like holding their head in their hands like, this is what we came here for him. And he's wrecked it.
My wife, like, because I had the chance, because Manson was playing here in the big stadium, because it was Sydney.
Yeah.
And over on the metal stage, Lamb of God was playing.
Yeah, okay, so.
I had all my mates going over to Lamb of God, but because there were so many people, and my missus says she was definitely going in to see Manson.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm following you because there's too many weirdos here that I would not trust.
Yeah.
So we went in there, and it was cool to see Sweet Dreams live. That was cool. But the antics of him made it disappointing.
Yeah.
Like what he was doing, it's like, this isn't Manson.
Yeah.
And when you find out that, he was under the influence of, like, not just alcohol, but other drugs.
Yeah.
He was a bit overweight looking too, which was disappointing. It wasn't the Manson who we grew up.
Yeah, and he didn't cooperate with his band.
No, it was
on
all
stage. Yeah, you could tell even the band
was
are looking around
hickledy-pickledy.
like, what's going on. So anyway, moving on from Manson.
Yeah.
Sunk Loto.
Yes, Sunk Loto.
New album on the way. I love that single. The Gallows Weight.
Gallows Weight.
How heavy is that?
That came out in November last year. That one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because they've been building since they got back together. And then all of a sudden people started asking more questions. You've got a new album. And they've been saying, yeah, we're recording stuff.
Yeah.
Which they are. And that's where I'm pretty sure they dropped another single earlier this year too, after the Gallows Weight.
Yeah.
Or they started work on their other one, which is God Complex. That comes out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But they are all off this new album, which is going to come either later this year or early next year.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that. And I know I missed a show from it in Sydney not long ago.
That was in, November, December last year.
Yeah, that was around the time I went and seen Motley Crue. I could have went down for the weekend, seen Sunk Loto on the Friday and watched Motley Crue on the Saturday, but I just didn't have enough to do both.
Sunk Loto did the weird thing, because they come out and they did the reunion tour, where they played a lot of their older stuff. And then they did a tour at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Which was, they played the whole second album in full.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
With their main single, Sunken Eyes, and another song.
Yeah, yeah.
But which was the Gallows Weight. That was,
okay.
But they played that whole album in full, start to finish. It was Between Birth and Death. That was the album.
Yeah.
Great album. I love that album. Both of those albums are so different to what they are doing now.
Yeah. But I do know that they haven't got Luke.
No, they've
got another
guitarist.
And he's going to bring his own sort of influence.
Which is what he's done. And
he's a bit of a metalcore guy, you can tell.
That whole chain, like, they used to be a bit, like, they had little bits of screaming here and there.
But they were more of a new metal band with, like, sort of like weird sounds on the guitars, a bit of Tom Morello influence.
They've still got those weird sounds, but they've got more of a...
chunkier.
More metal that you are into.
Yep. Breakdowns.
As well as not just... They've even switched the vocal style and done more of the screaming and less of the singing.
Yeah,
And that's a complete different thing.
Because he had the voice for that. Jason, I believe his name is.
The singer's name.
I believe his name's Jason.
Sorry about that, guys. But yeah.
So, but fantastic singer.
As well.
Yeah.
That's funny. They've come back and got this new lease of life.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks, because they were old. No, they weren't old when they come out. They were only...
No, they were young guys.
14, 15, 16.
Yeah, they were our age when they were playing.
But they burned themselves out for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And then they went off and had a break.
Yeah.
And now they've come back.
But
definitely
I
rejuvenated.
am looking forward to a new album, so that'll be rad. So we haven't got a title yet.
No, they haven't. They haven't even set a title. They're sort of giving like the Gallows Weight, God Complex. They're the two singles.
Yep.
I think there's another single that they are going to drop, but we'll have to wait to see what that one's going to be, and then they will probably announce, I'd say, a tour and the album.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I'll be looking forward to that.
They have said they've got a new Patreon page on Facebook which connects to that.
Well, I'll have to suss it out.
They want you to subscribe to pay money and all that sort of stuff.
You know what? Monday, maybe me and you might end up on Patreon too, so we better not
But this one, they're getting... Because there's a lot of people that have already heard God Complex. They don't have to wait for...
Yeah, okay.
Because now they're dropping everything early on this Patreon site that they want everyone to pay to.
Yeah, okay. So that's why I haven't even heard the track yet.
And it was only because I was friends with the actual Sunk Loto.
Yeah.
And it keeps wanting me and requesting me to say, like,
yeah,
hey, subscribe to this. And I just haven't done it yet because it's like 40, $50 or something.
Yeah, it's not cheap, you know, like just depends.
But I think that's also too, they've done it in tiers as well. So it's like tier 1, tier 2,
tier 3. Yeah.
Which a lot of YouTubers like us, they do that sort of stuff on
Yeah.
Patreon as well.
Yeah, who knows? That could be us in 5 years' time.
But yeah, and that's how I found out that, there's a lot of people already last month have listened to this song.
Yeah.
But it's on the down low.
Yeah, okay, and that's why I haven't found it on any of my streaming services.
Yeah, that's where it hasn't come up because it's not released yet.
Okay, interesting. Really cool that they're doing something like that, and you know what? It's probably making them a bit of extra cash to get ready for the big tour.
Well, I think this was...
And the big album.
It was to do that, to finish recording and all that sort of stuff.
Recording albums are not free, are they? So
and they got and also too, it's got like a podcast on there. So they have a weekly thing where if you sign up and register this...
Yeah.
It goes in and they do a weekly chat, so people can go on and chat to them.
Yeah, super cool.
Chat and see what's going on and ask requests and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's where you really like sort of get like a bit of a closer relationship with the band and stuff like that. It's really cool. So
brings them back to sort of like a personal level.
Yeah,
it's cool.
So awesome with Sunk Loto. Looking forward to that new album. And
they'll be touring soon, so I don't know when.
Yeah, so keep your ears close to the ground, and we'll let you know when we're here. The biggest news of probably the year in metal would
Linkin Park.
The return of Linkin Park. So
it's divided.
Yeah, it's divided. Look, I'm sort of on the fence with it. Look, I heard the first song, The Emptiness Machine, and I was like, nah. Like, not at all.
Didn't do anything for me.
But I heard Heavy is the Crown last night, and I did not mind that one. That one's okay. But, look, all I'm going to say is not a massive fan of Emily Strong singing because I think other people could have done the job just as good. Hence, Poppy. Yeah. And she's got the vocals for it, man.
What you're saying too, like, and this is in no way knocking her. Emily, fantastic vocalist. But for reasons I don't like, to what Simmo says, like when she first started singing
with the band.
Now I heard the wrong song. The first song that I heard her do off that, it wasn't from the start. It was Numb. Now that's a very Chester song.
So that would have been your first impression.
So you're trying not to compare, but at the same time,
well, it's a bit hard when it's
a bit hard when it was so. It's an iconic song.
Yeah.
For Linkin Park, it's an iconic song.
See, I stayed away from listening to the original ones until I heard the new single.
I only heard that by fluke because I was just scrolling through Facebook and, this is this new singer, bang.
Yeah.
And my first impression was, I went, wow, you're singing the wrong key.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But the thing is though, if she's going to sing in the key she's singing in, at least change the guitar and bass.
Yeah,
bring them up to her key because that's the thing that was putting it off.
Yeah, because I think they're like a drop C band.
Yeah.
And she's probably hitting a higher register, like D or something like that.
And for a female in general, you're not going to hit the same deeper notes.
Hey, we're not crapping all over Linkin Park. Honestly, I honestly would even say, even if there was a tour out here, I'd consider going.
I would. And like, I get the feeling that also too, the rapper vocalist, what's his name?
Mike Shinoda.
I get what he's trying to do. Like, yes, this is new Linkin Park. This is what we are now.
Yeah.
Please don't try to compare.
Yeah.
I get that, but it's hard if you've, like us, if you've grown up listening to them, gone to school. Hey, Hybrid Theory's out. That was, when that come out.
Yeah.
And it's Chester doing his thing.
Yeah.
And when you hear her do One Step Closer, oh my God. It was, sorry, but it was not. It wasn't.
Yeah. No, well,
straining vocals.
Here's my opinion, right? And this is
straining vocals. I just
sort of touch on something that we're going to talk, one of the last subjects on the metal news. But there's a female vocalist called Poppy that's working with Jordan Fish, right? And this girl's got these screams.
Yeah.
But she's also got this voice that can almost sit in that same key as Chester because she's a new metal singer.
And
she's got a new metal voice.
Would fit better. Now, I heard that this morning.
Yeah.
From you showing me that. And I thought when you were saying, hey, doesn't she fit better? And I went, yeah.
Yeah.
She does fit better. And that's where I sort of asked the question too. Like, I didn't, to myself, and I'm thinking, did Mike Shinoda and anyone else in Linkin Park, did they consider other people?
Well,
or did they just say, hey, we want to go this way, you can be offered this job?
Do you know the facts about, like, that Mike Shinoda has been best friends with Emily Strong for the last 12 years?
Well,
like,
no, I didn't. But now, there it comes out.
And even Chester's son is like, you go get your best friend who is a chick to go sing in your old band. Like,
I did hear Chester's son bagging her out and bagging Linkin Park out.
Well, he's a bit disappointed that his dad's legacy sort of
tarnished.
Yeah.
I can understand that. And I thought, okay, and I thought that's just what it was. And then when you just said, but also, Mike Shinoda's been best friends with such and such for so long. And
yeah.
I'm like, well, no, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so there's a factor.
So there's a factor.
He's been writing with her for like 4 years before this has even happened.
Well, this explains why she's the new singer.
Yeah. So, to keep things moving, we're going to talk about the Good Things 24 lineup, but I do just want to say we're not bagging out Emily Strong. We don't mind some of the new songs. Maybe over time our ears can adjust.
That's it.
But
it just wasn't our taste.
If you ask me, Poppy's a better fit. But then again, the band don't even know us, so they'd be like, "Who is this chick?" So
it might grow on us, but
it just might be the fact that Shinoda's got a good relationship with that singer, and he's went, "I can do this. I can do this with this chick. I can totally do this band. I'm good friends with her." So that is a big factor in bands too, is friendship. Do you even get along with who you're playing with?
That's it.
So there's that too.
I've been there before, don't worry.
But let's wrap that one up and move into the Good Things lineup, which I love.
And the biggest one, Korn.
Yep, Korn.
Who would have thought Korn would be headlining Good Things? I honestly thought they would have been headlining
well, they're really good friends with Slipknot too, so
that's where I thought Korn, Slipknot, they would have went hand in hand. But when you go through and read some of the other
Sum 41,
Violent Femmes, I'm not really
Violent Femmes. Yeah, they're sort of like a.
But yeah.
Nah.
Electric Callboys. Apparently they've played a few times. Apparently they're getting bigger.
Yeah, they're great. I'd love to see them. I want to just see if they've got a little sideshow happening. I'd probably go to that. But in talking about Good Things, I've never went to Good Things before, and my wife is seriously considering Good Things because she knows they've got a 4-part payment plan.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they've got a 4-part payment plan that's not even Afterpay or Zip Pay. It's their own payment plan.
I was going to say, because that was the thing that turned me and my wife off, because we were...
Look it up on their website.
Okay.
Look it up on their website. They've got a 4-part payment plan. Okay. And it's actually a part of their ticket pricing. It's not an Afterpay thing or anything.
Going through some of the other lineup, you got Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins.
On his own.
I don't know why. No, he's got a band there's a Billy Corgan and...
Oh, okay, yeah,
there's a band playing with him, but I want to know why he just didn't bring the Smashing Pumpkins. Because that would have been another big...
Yeah, well, I did a show for them about a year and a half ago.
Oh, we've seen that same one.
Yeah, so...
Whereas the wrestling was involved with it.
Yeah, it might have been that he's done that and now he's touring something else.
But then you got Mastodon, and then one of your favourites, Kerry King.
That's pretty much the main reason I'd be going to Good Things. But the wife is thinking about it, so I might end up there this year or next year. And when if I do... definitely film that and put some of that on the channel. I've got heaps of footage from Knotfest last year. I might have to edit a video together for you to see that.
You got Jet, which everyone knows Jet. The Gaslight Anthem, which I've never heard of them. The Living End.
I have heard of them. They're like an emo thing, I think.
Yeah. The Living End, everyone knows Living End. I love The Living End. L7, I've never heard of. North Lane, they're coming out apparently. Yeah. Bowling for Soup.
Oh, yeah. Is that the band that sings 1984?
Yeah. Alpha Wolf, which is a pretty heavy sort of... I think they're in the sit in the hardcore metal range.
Yeah, they're metalcore. They're definitely a metalcore band. They're an Australian metalcore band. I seen them at the first Knotfest. They're pretty good. When I say pretty good, when you've seen metalcore, you've sort of seen it all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get super excited about another new metalcore band when I've been listening to metalcore for like 20 years now. So,
Sleeping with Sirens, which I've never heard of.
They're a screamo thing. They're a screamo thing.
Now, next one, Butterfly Effect. Everyone's heard of Butterfly Effect in Australia. They're massive. 311. I've never heard of 311.
They're like, I have heard of them. What they are, they're like a Limp Bizkit sort of thing, but heaps more poppier.
Okay.
It's like it's almost like a boy band that has guitars and basses hanging off them. Think of them almost like 5 Seconds to Summer.
Okay.
It's a band, but they're singing real poppy, radio-friendly, boy bandy sort of songs. Okay. Yeah.
I don't... And this next one?
Vivia. So I dare say she'd be some sort of alternative artist.
Sort of poppy thing.
Or it could be some dark ritualistic
she could be like poppy, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Exactly.
Destroy Boys. So I've never really heard of them.
No, I never really heard of them.
Everyone's heard of Old School Dragon.
Oh, really?
It's strange that they're on the...
Oh, that's like one of my mum's favouriteest bands in the whole world.
My mum loves that band.
Yeah.
Frank Turner and the Sleeping Souls, which I've never really heard of. From Ashes to New.
They're another metalcore new, like sort of like a screamo thing.
A solo artist, Grandson. Highly Suspect.
Yeah, see, some of these bands I haven't even heard of. So
Killing Heidi's coming back.
That's what it'd be for me. It'd be half a day of just like drinking beer and just whatever, because like I don't even care about half the artists.
I think too.
And I'd just be there for my main artists that I'm there for.
One of my mates put it to like, my son's godfather, and he said because he loves Korn, he loves Korn with a passion, but with him being that little bit older, like myself, you only know a sprinkle of a few different bands through it.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, "Oh, I'm not going to bother singing Kerry King because I prefer Slayer."
Yeah,
that was his thing, and he said he wasn't really a big fan of the Violent Femmes and didn't really like Sum 41. So he said, "What am I going to do? See Butterfly Effect in the morning, and then get drunk."
Yeah.
And then
watch Korn of the night.
Korn.
Yeah.
Or do we waste a day and just turn up for Korn?
See, that's where I end up at Knotfest every year, because every single band that's playing, I'm super excited about. Like, not a single band hardly on the list where I'm like, oh, nah. Like when I go to Knotfest, it's like every single band.
I think that
every single stage I want to be at.
I think that's why too I haven't really rushed out to go and buy Good Things tickets when I know there's going to be an announcement coming.
But I do like the idea of just sitting on the grass and drinking while some of the crap bands are playing, because I don't get that opportunity.
They've done this like a Soundwave one, so there's 5 stages set up, so you've got to go like Soundwave was. You got your 2 big ones.
Oh, it could be cool though,
because
you'd have your metal stage, then you'd have your pop stage and your rock stage and your alternative stage. Yeah, it could be fun.
Dragon's buggered then if they're sitting over on a stage.
Oh, they're probably on the same stage with Killing Heidi, Aussie rock.
That's what I mean. They're not gonna. I think that sort of didn't. It didn't sort of appeal to me again, because I'd done the Soundwave thing, done the big day out thing, where you're going back and forth. you miss to see who you want to see.
Yeah.
Whereas I like the idea of Knotfest, where it's just the two big stages, bang, bang.
Yeah.
You're there, you watch that. So I'm thinking at the end of the year, it's going to be an announcement. They'll put up tickets available for Knotfest and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's what my wife keeps saying to me. I'm like, what are we doing? And she goes, I'm waiting to see for Knotfest.
Well, I'm surprised that hasn't actually come out yet. Usually it's somewhere between September and November.
Oh, they do this thing all the time. It's so that you make sure you go to both of them. That's what they're trying to do. All right, so, we'll see if we ended up at that one. But moving on, I want to bring up about this whole Cannibal Corpse fiasco. How dare they? Why would ya? Don't even try.
Trying to cancel Cannibal Corpse.
All right, so Cannibal Corpse, right? At times were different. You got to understand these songs. They aren't songs where they're like, I am a horrible person and I want to do these things. It's fantasy.
They're a band writing music.
And think of it like this. People make horror movies and no one's like, that person who made that movie.
Bands all that shit.
And that's pretty much all Cannibal Corpse is. It's horror music. Yep. It's music depicting horrible situations that you would never want to find yourself in. But it's not like George Corpse Grinder is going to come to your house
that's it.
And murder you. You know,
I think too, like, going along with that now, like, I was given my old material by my old band to put some of that stuff up that I was going to get you to help me with.
Yep.
We have a certain song, and there's certain lyrics, because I was the vocalist at the time.
Yep.
And there's certain things where if they were put out today, and if those lyrics were to say what they were today, we would have everybody wanting to cancel us.
Yeah.
So there's a certain 2 or 3 words in there that if I said that today, you really can't say.
So you've sort of changed the lyrics.
No, I haven't. The only way, because we don't have the WAV files.
Yeah.
But there is a way to do it. Someone said you can do it as, you can AI it. And I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to AI this if I want to get this up?
And just censor those words.
There's still some awesome screams.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it in the middle of a scream.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is the scream that I'm doing. It's the word.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he said to me, I don't think we should have those lyrics. And I'm thinking, well, we can't. How are we going to change it?
Yeah.
And
unless you re-record the whole song.
I said, it's me re-recording that in that moment.
Yeah.
I said, otherwise we just don't put that song up.
Yeah.
Because I said those lyrics, and when I went back and listened to it, and I went, yeah, okay, we can easily change those 2 words because it's leading up, it's not in the middle.
Yeah.
But still, I'm thinking, how are we going to do it? There's got to be a program that I can get to do it, but that's more money too.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, Cannibal Corpse shouldn't have to be doing any of that. They're Cannibal Corpse, just let it be.
But
it was a different time.
But what I'm saying, it's because that's what you just said then. It's a different time. We live in a different time now.
Yeah.
Where I got away with saying what I got away with.
And
same thing with Cannibal Corpse.
We didn't really think about it back then either.
But now when you step forward 20 years later, you can't say or do what you did back then. So
all I've got to say to Gen C is leave Cannibal Corpse alone. They're the best death metal band on the planet ever. I was listening to them on the way.
Jim Carrey used to love them too.
Didn't he? So, leave Cannibal Corpse alone, Gen Z. They're not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
So, other big news. The Offspring is coming to Australia in November.
And this is the one that annoys the crap out of me. Now, I've loved The Offspring for ages.
But
they're only playing Melbourne. One show.
Son, we're definitely not going to get to go.
I'm not. I haven't got the money to pay to go down to Melbourne to start with. And then the $130, whatever it is for the ticket. And then to spend the money to get back up. And then also pay for accommodation if you're down there.
Hopefully, if Offspring hear us, the rest of Australia would like to watch you, Offspring.
Honestly, if they would have come out and would have been like...
I felt the same way when the WWE came here. They came to Melbourne.
And they wouldn't come anywhere else.
Yeah.
I just think too, like, if they would have come out and said, okay, Korn's the main headliner of Good Things, Offspring is the next band,
That would have been
I
perfect.
would have been, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Because you could have even kicked out the Violent Femmes,
Yeah.
had them in amongst the day,
Yeah.
and you had Sum 41, then Offspring, then
Yeah.
go into the corner.
Do you call them the Violent Femmes?
The Violent Femmes.
I call them the Violent Femmes.
Oh,
As
Femmes,
in like
Femmes.
Femmes.
I don't
yeah.
know, I've heard it both ways. And
Yeah, no, that's all right.
I've never been a fan.
Because it's spelled Femms. Femmes.
All I know is I used to play a song of theirs in a cover band, and I hated it with a passion.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't like much of this.
But it was annoying.
So, even though we're not getting Offspring in the rest of the country,
But they may come and do a
who
proper tour.
knows? So, listen to us, Dexter, please.
They may do what Foo Fighters did.
Dexter
where they-
Holland, isn't it? That's his name.
Yes, they may come and do what the Foo Fighters did.
And
which
Noodles.
is-
We're talking to you too, Noodles.
The Foo Fighters did like a one-off Melbourne show. It was at Geelong.
Yep.
And then they come out the following year and did a full-on tour.
Yeah.
But
So-
they come because they had a 2-week break and they went, hey, let's go to Australia.
Hey,
for 2
hopefully
weeks.
it's maybe a warm-up for them. So, the bigger news is, and it only just dropped the other day, so it's great we're doing our episode now.
Metallica.
Yes, so Metallica 2025, everybody get ready. I'm not going to miss it. He's not going to miss it.
gonna be
No
good.
one's going to miss it. They're going to sell out so quick because all of us really, really, really want to see M72. I seen M72 at the cinemas.
Yeah, right.
Last year, I've even got a really cool Metallica shirt that's got the Metallica guy, like, you know, the Mohawk guy,
Yep.
coming out of the cinema screen, and it's
Yeah,
grabbing
nice.
everyone in their seats.
Okay,
and
nice.
it said, I seen Metallica at the cinemas.
That's cool.
So anyway, I went and seen it last year at the cinemas, and it was fantastic. It's this big round stage that's got a snake pit in the middle of it.
Okay.
So, the news also is that possibly the openers would be Pantera, which I know has been doing the whole M72 tour with them.
That would be...
And then also, weirdly enough, Limp Bizkit, which would be a really weird sort of thing with Metallica. But then again, why call it weird? Like, you know, that's like
Yeah.
saying it's weird having Slipknot.
But
Metallica,
honestly,
like.
to have 2 of the big 4...
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Oh, no, they're not
Sorry,
from the Big Four, Pantera.
Pantera wasn't... I always wished Pantera was part of the Big 4, but they're not.
Yeah,
But
they're more of a 90s thing, yeah.
to have Pantera and Metallica
Oh, yeah.
play at a show when I never thought I'd ever get the chance to
Maybe
see
Limp Bizkit's just to loosen you up a bit, you know, like just to get you warmed
I
up
know.
and get you going.
Not many
I
people...
want to break stuff.
Not many people like him.
Yeah.
They all hate him.
Yeah, but
Fred Durst,
I have heard that they can be quite fun live lately. Like
I have seen...
his live shows.
I have seen Limp Bizkit live. It was the
wild.
same year that they
But he's
played...
doing this weird new thing now. No red hat.
He dresses as like a grandpa because it's
Yeah.
one of the songs they have.
But
Dirty
then-
Grandpa.
But now he's doing another thing. Instead of dressing like a grandpa, he wears board shorts,
I know,
a
it's-
really bright shirt, and a giant afro wig.
It's just weird.
Yeah, so whatever.
I'm thinking he's lost his mind again.
Yeah.
But,
He's just been a tripper,
but
man.
in saying that, Limp Bizkit did bring out a song last year or the year before, and it was a cover of In Excess's Don't Change, and
Yep.
it was on their latest album. It was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
And it was only vocals.
Yeah,
and
I actually
guitar.
did like that one. I did like that one. And Grinspoon covered the same song, but
But it was just different. Just because it was really stripped back and it was only guitar and vocals.
yeah.
And it really brought out the fact to show, well, okay, he can actually sing.
Yeah.
That
No,
was-
I've
that
always
was the
thought that Fred Durst has been a great singer. Look at Behind Blue Eyes. It's still a radio hit to this day.
man.
So, all right. So moving on, the new Windwaker album. So this is more of a me thing. I just want to bring up. I'm going to use my professional.
I did
skills
listen.
here.
I did listen to a song this morning, and it was quite good.
Quite catchy, eh?
Yeah. I thought it was great. It made me want to go and listen to more of their stuff, which is good, because that's what they want too.
Oh, I just want to look at what this album's called, because I know the last one was called Love Language, but the new one is called, wow, what a different adaptation. So last album was called Love Language. New album is called Hyperviolence.
Okay.
So last album was like a love album. And this album's like a pissed off album.
Yeah, right, okay.
I did listen to a few songs off that, and I was like, whoa. Whoa.
So it caught your attention.
Yeah, but I love the Love Language album. There's 2 great songs by Windwaker called Beautiful.
That was the one I listened to today.
And Superstitious Fantasy. And I just want to say, ever since I seen Windwaker at Knotfest last year, not this year's Knotfest, the year before. This year's Knotfest, sorry. Yeah, it was this year's Knotfest. So, yeah, Knotfest 2023, Windwaker. And they were so tight, they were so loud, and that singer's voice just radiated out through the whole, like the whole venue. So they were so good live that I'm still listening to them. So go Windwaker. We love hyperviolence and have more of a listen to that.
I love the fact in that song Beautiful, it's going through like this sort of like
several different genres.
Just your normal metalcore sort of thing going along, and all of a sudden
funk.
Something happens and it just changes to like that video game-ish music.
Oh yeah.
But still metal at the same time, and it's like, ooh. And it was a real part of the song that did get your attention.
So I have heard from the singer.
And then it changed to like a pop funk.
That the guitarist really likes to play with his computer for all of the songs. Really likes to like glitch core the band out. Okay. So a lot of electronics, a lot of techno stuff, but also a lot of nu metal and like a lot of pop. And that's like what I heard Finn McKenty saying on the Punk Rock NBA. He goes, these days you're either a full poppy sort of band, like a pop sort of band like Electric Callboy, or you're like Sleep Token, or like Windwaker, or you're on the other extreme where you're a band like Slaughter to Prevail, or Lorna Shore, or Thy Art Is Murder. So it's like you're either really pop or you're really heavy.
Yeah, right.
So they're the two dynamics that are going on these days.
The only problem with the really pop sort of stuff, it's sort of, they're classing most pop now as like pop rock.
Yeah.
Like pop rock country. They've brought it into one. So all your country rock, they're classing as pop now.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't what, and I'm like, this is crap. What is this shit? It's like, this isn't what I'm, and it's like, it's just, what is this?
Nah, the radio.
It's not cool.
So, Windwaker, awesome. Can't wait to see you again. Hopefully we can get out to a show when Windwaker comes to Newcastle.
Yeah, that would
again.
be great. That would be fantastic.
Come to King Street, Windwaker. Please, come to King Street. We will go watch you.
Yeah, or Bar on the Hill.
Or Bar on the Hill, yep. Or Bar on the Hill. And bring an awesome band with you. Bring one of your friend bands. So, talking about that, both of us are going to be at this, but in a different way.
Yeah, definitely.
So, we're both going to the Grinspoon gig at the Bar on the Hill. Kyle is going as a punter.
Definitely.
He'll be fully watching the show.
Oh, man, it's going to be great.
He'll be chilling back, enjoying it. Meanwhile, I'll be backstage.
Working.
Getting ready to move drum risers, getting ready to move backline, making sure that things are running smoothly. So, I will be working the Grinspoon show at Bar on the Hill.
You may even get to see Grinspoon.
Yeah, I may even get to meet Phil.
You'll have to pull me out the back just for a quick video.
Yeah, come on. We'll do a quick Simmo and Kyle episode right here at work.
Just like a photo, quick photo.
Yeah, quick photo with the band.
That would be awesome, but it's going to be awesome, that one.
Yeah, so we're both looking forward to that.
Fantastic.
In different ways. For me, I'm looking forward to a good payday. I love working shows, so that's another really cool one I get to add to my list.
Haven't seen.
Like I've even got to do Amity Affliction shows, I
just haven't seen Grinspoon for a long time, so it's going to be nice to see.
Yeah.
And especially them doing their new album.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
You're gonna have new songs, and then you're gonna have old songs as well.
That new album is. I've been listening to that on rotation on my vinyl.
Yep.
And it's got some pretty good songs.
So the full album is out now.
The full album is out. It's on vinyl. But they've sort of thrown away what they used to do. They've kept that.
Did you want to show everyone what you got in your vinyl?
Yes.
Quickly show everyone. Let's do it. We're on the Simmo and Kyle.
Just quickly, when I got my pre-ordered vinyl, they sent through where they'd signed the vinyl as well.
Let me hold that right up to the camera for them. See?
All the 4 guys' signatures. So thanks, Phil, and the rest of the crew from Grinspoon for that. To go with your new album, whatever. By the way, fantastic album.
Yeah.
And it's just, they've sort of just went, here's short, snappy songs.
Yep.
That get your attention.
Yeah, awesome. I like the last two singles. So.
They've sort of kept a little bit of the commercial side, but also they've brought their old school side into and merged it together.
Yeah.
And that's where they've come up with this new album, but they've kept it as short, snappy songs.
Yeah.
And it's like, no sooner you're getting involved with like the song, you're thinking, oh, it's over. Crap. Okay.
Yeah, okay. But that's still cool because it makes you put the song back on again.
And especially the first track on that album. It gets your attention.
Yeah, cool.
The riff that comes in with it, you're like, oh wow, that is full rock out like their old school Grinspoon.
Yeah. So like Ready One album sort of.
Yeah.
Like the Easy album, like the Easy album.
Yeah, like the sort of stuff that has like Champion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's more than you are. Actually, in essence of more than you are.
Yeah, okay, yeah, hell yeah.
And that's as long as the songs go.
Yep.
And but now it's got a couple of fantastic, great songs that I rate up there with their old school stuff.
Yeah, awesome. And so, we're getting near the end now of the metal news, but to bring up another gig that we'll definitely be going to.
Yes.
We're finally going to get to go see Mammal. We'll even document that on the Simmo and Kiel show.
It's going to be good. And which is quite weird because the Screaming Jets are playing the tour, but they're supporting, like the support band.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Screaming Jets live. That is going to be wild.
I had the pleasure of being at TAFE doing the course that Simmo was doing.
Yep.
And both my teachers...
You did yours a lot longer before
I did mine back in 2006.
Yep.
But at the time, Grant Wormsley and Rosie, the drummer, both of the Screaming Jets were my teachers.
Yeah, cool.
So that was fantastic. And to hear some of the stories what the Screaming Jets got up to.
Yeah, mad.
So that was cool. But...
Yeah, I've even went over and done a little bit of stuff over at the Vibe for Grant before too. They're great over there at the Vibe too. Check out Grant Wormsley's The Vibe. They're great.
I've never actually seen the Screaming Jets play live.
Yeah, I thought neither have
I think then it made it even worse because I was like, oh, I've met Grant and Rosie. I don't need to see them live. And I used to see Grant play every weekend.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So... And actually, a little thing, he actually did, one of my songs was you had to give 30 seconds of a song. And, no, it was a minute. You had to give a minute of a song, and I got Grant to come in and do the start of Screaming Jet, like better.
Yeah, mad.
And the funniest thing is, when he started doing it, he played it in the wrong key because he couldn't remember where he played it.
Originally, back in the day.
And he was like, oh, hang on, I forgot where I am. And... Yeah. But no, that was pretty cool. And yeah, I got him to do that part. Then you had to do all the other instruments to make him.
Yeah, awesome. And that was your recording project.
That was one of the recording things we had to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and it's going to be cool to see them. But a lot of people I've spoken to said they're going to go and see the Screaming Jets because Mammal is playing.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is a really good actor.
Slings and Arrows is on me at the moment.
Yeah, that one's been pretty caught in my head too. I've been listening to the album from start to finish just while I've been cleaning the house and stuff like that.
That's the song that they've actually sort of been, whenever anything
I love the
comes
guitar
up about
work.
This tour, they're talking about that song. That song brings it up and it's just...
Yeah. So, we'll be up the front row ready for Mammal and Screaming Jets.
The Life and Blood tour.
The Life and Blood tour.
The Metro in Sydney on Saturday 16th or 15th.
So thanks to Kyle, he's making sure that I'm coming to that one with him. And he's like, look, dude, I'll get your ticket and you fix me up when you can. So that's what we're doing.
I just thought it'd be cool because then we could actually say, hey, we've both seen Mammal at the same time.
And we can talk about it on the show. So, the other thing that I'm doing, let us know if you can make it.
Depending on my foot.
That's what I was thinking. Because one thing with the barn assault, there's a lot of upstairs, downstairs stuff going on.
But I'm going to try to get there.
So...
Just I don't know when I'm getting this off.
So everyone knows what I'm talking about. So I'm going to the I Hate People Barn Assault. So we've got Miruthan, we've got I Hate People, we've got Thraxis, we've got Trashed Again, and a heap of other really heavy bands. Maruthan, bro. So Maruthan will be playing.
Is going to be
They're for the cult, bro.
Oh, that will be...
They're the headliner. Maruthan are the headliner.
Yeah.
So Maruthan are the headliner, and I've already bought me ticket for the Barn Assault, and I've already got me bed locked in up the top of the barn. So I was going to be camping in a tent, and I was talking to Craig, and he's look, dude, don't worry about your tent. Pull your lay-by. Hold on to that money for more beer. He goes, we've got 15 beds upstairs in the top of the barn. One of them's yours.
If that was the go, I could have actually done that if he said yes.
Yeah.
Because then I wouldn't have to worry about outside.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Okay,
but you'll have to worry about upstairs, that's all.
Yeah,
but that might not be
too bad if there's only a couple of
stairs. But let us know, and I can always talk to Craig for you. You can talk to Craig for you.
I know Craig.
You have a chat to Craig. Craig will set you up with a bed. So, so I'm really looking forward to that. 19th of October. Everyone else who's watching the channel should go buy a $50 ticket. You get catering for the night. Your food is sorted. All you got to do is bring your own alcohol. Mate, I'll be going with 2 Eskies. Not one. 2. I'll be taking 2 Eskies, all right? So I am there with bells on, and you all should come join me. Even Kyle's thinking about it, so we'll see. The I Hate People Barn Assault. They've done 3 of them so far, or 2 of them so far. This is the 3rd one.
Yeah, nice.
So thanks to I Hate People and all the bands that are going to be playing for the Barn Assault. Looking forward to that and staying metal for that. So, and Craig said this is going to be the most metal of all the Barn Assaults so far.
When you named some of those bands, I was like, yeah, that's pretty metal.
Yeah, he's got a lot of metal bands playing.
Trashed Again. When you said
Trashed Again are a hardcore punk band.
I've played with Trashed Again.
They're fantastic. My friend Matt Graham actually recorded them at the TAFE. And all of those recordings, they're actually now on the on the Newcastle local music scene compilation.
Yep.
So those recordings made it to Damien Gerard's studios.
That's pretty cool.
And Matt's a legend, aren't you, Matt? And so is Trashed Again. Love those guys. Love the vocals.
They're a good bunch of blokes.
Love the bass lines. Love those songs. So I will be up front and centre moshing for Trashed Again as well.
Nice.
So yeah, taking plenty of beer to the Barn Assault. I was going to take a tent and a mattress, but Craig said, cancel that, man. I've got you a bed booked upstairs in the barn. There's 15 of them. So I've got one of those. And I am going without the family. My wife is just...
wow.
Yeah, my wife just goes, I ain't doing that. You can go do that.
That sounds like my wife. My wife would do the same thing.
My kids were sort of like jealous that I was lay-buying a tent. They're like, why do you get a tent? Why do you get to go camping? I'm like, because I'm an adult and I'll take yous when yous are older, because I am not going to the Barn Assault with a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
No.
Look,
but if you ever
there are kids welcome. Like I'm sure even Craig mentioned some of the families are bringing their kids with them, but it's both the mum and the dad camping there for the whole night. And I am not going to be responsible for 3 kids on my own with 2 Eskies full of beer.
And I just want to let you know too, before you go and hire a tent, could have asked me.
Yeah, I should have hit you. Yeah,
I've got a huge, big one.
Oh yeah, mad. I should have done that.
It's got 2 sides.
But yeah, it was just a thing to me. So she was like, "Let's go lay by a tent for you." So she wanted to do it. So.
It is a pain to put up. What
we lay-by, apparently I'm not even pulling the lay-by now, because I did tell the missus about it, and she goes, that's all right, we'll keep the tent for you and Jasper to camp out the backyard one day. So she's gonna finish paying the lay-by. She still wants the tent and the mattress. Yeah. But it's a pop-up tent. Apparently it's one where you just pop it out. And it just pops out.
Even better.
Yeah. So anyway, the I Hate People Barn Assault. we're starting to go a little bit over time now, so I'm going to mention the last thing of the metal news for the day, and it was my last bit of metal news because I was watching Nick Nocturnal on YouTube last night, and he goes, check out the new Poppy song. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, the last song Poppy released, it sounded like Japanese anime music. And he presses play, and this girl just starts screaming, man, so hard. And then it opens up to this big, beautiful, like, overdrive chorus.
Yep.
And she's singing so beautiful, like Flyleaf or something like that. Okay. And at the end of the day, like, this is a girl who used to be a YouTuber who used to do ASMR videos.
Okay.
And she used to do weird arty shit where she'd like sit in front of like, she'd have like a cassette tape or a little portable TV, and she'd just be like, TV, TV, this is a TV, TV. Or she'd have a pot plant. She had a whole album called Pot Plant. She had the pot plant, and for the whole like 20-minute album and video, she's talking to the pot plant. How are you, little plant?
So
you're my friend.
Anyone necessarily thinks she was nuts?
She is nuts. That's why even Nick Nocturnal in the video last night said, I love this song from her, but where's the weirdness, Poppy? It was too safe. It was too much of a really good metalcore single, to the point where he's like, where's the weird Japanese anime music?
So it's not really her style.
It's not her real style. I'll show you her real style later. Yeah. But what she's done is her last album was a metal album, but she worked with all of the people that do the music for baby metal. So it was the baby metal people without the baby metal, and instead she was the baby metal girl. Like, she was the girl singing. But the music also sounded very Japanese metal, like real da 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 da, and you're like, wow, they're shredding. But it's like Japanese shredding, like Dragon Force sort of stuff.
Gotcha.
So, and she's like singing like da 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 da, and that's like anime sort of singing, you know.
Yep.
But then this new one, what I found out, this is where I was like, she is being produced by Jordan Fish from Bring Me the Horizon. Now, we talked about Jordan Fish leaving Bring Me the Horizon in one of our earlier episodes.
Second or third episode.
Yeah, and that was around the time of the new Bring Me the Horizon album.
Yeah.
But it didn't feature Jordan Fish because he's left the band now, and I said to you, you watch, he's going to be producing everyone. And
this is the start.
This is the start. He's producing this girl, and the music is so metalcore and so great. The song is called "They Are All Around Us." So everyone go check out "They Are All Around Us."
It does actually give you a Bring Me the Horizon feel.
Yeah.
Even like musically, not her vocals, but when it starts.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, okay. This is awesome. I could get into this.
It's like Bring Me the Horizon with a chick singing almost.
Yeah.
So it's really good. And she's got like a very new metal style to her vocals. So like we were talking earlier on about Emily Strong, I was watching Nick Nocturnal last night with this Poppy video, and I just got in the comments and went, Poppy should have been the singer of Linkin Park. You know, like that's what I think.
Started pissing people off.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard it, I thought the same thing. I thought she could definitely be, and this was even with you standing there saying to me at the same time, and I'm like, yeah, she definitely could be and would have been a better fit for Linkin Park.
Yep.
I just think they just didn't try. I don't know.
Look, at the end of the day, like we said, I think it really comes down to Mike Shinoda's friendship with Emily.
I know you got to have a friendship, but I mean...
So that's what I think it comes down to, the friendship.
I see her as having that, there's like 15 minutes of fame, and then people forgetting who she is, and then them either saying, okay, we're going to get someone else, or they're just going to do a whole heap of albums and no one's really going to, it's just going to fade together.
Yeah.
And you won't really sort of, oh, this is our new song, cool.
Yeah, well, look, honestly, I lost interest pretty quickly with that first single. I didn't really even add it in my library. Like, I was whatever. And then I heard Heavy as a Crown last night, and I was like, But you know what else I thought? It's just faint 2.0. It sounds like Fate. It's got that. But
I think that's what they're going for. I have a bit of a theory that
a hybrid theory.
Yeah, you could say that. I honestly think she's going to go the next 6 to 8 months with them. She's going to say to them, I've blown my voice out. I don't think we can do the really heavy stuff. I think we need to back it off. And that's where they will become a rock band.
And they'll probably just do all of the newer songs and stuff.
A rock.
The old songs will fade out.
More of the DJ rock side of Linkin Park will show, because I have a feeling because she was straining in some of those songs where she was singing live. And it was a first go. So, and if she keeps going that way, she will blow her voice out.
Yeah.
And it won't be great.
No. So, that's why I think Poppy would have been a better fit.
She wouldn't blow her voice out.
No, because that girl can scream like,
yeah. And she doesn't sound like she's straining up.
No, she sounds like it's natural for her.
It is.
Yeah, and then she does some soft singing, and I'm like, oh shit, she's in the same key as Chester on this other song. She's got another track.
But that's hard to go from that really, really metalcore screaming to come back and start singing.
So she's got 2 new tracks out. She's got out They Are All Around Us and New Way Out. And you know what?
I'll have to give that a listen.
This girl used to date Ghostmane, the metal rapper. You know,
nice.
Like, that guy looks like a cross between Marilyn Manson and a rapper. So it's pretty trippy. So he's cool too. Have you ever heard Ghostmane?
I have.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ghostmane.
I haven't heard much of his newer stuff, but I have heard him.
Yep, and that's what led me to actually dropping a hip hop single earlier.
Right.
Because I've got
big influence.
Yeah, big influence on that, and that was the first time I built a rap beat in a DAW all by myself. So the rap beat that you hear on my rap song Villain, I built that beat. That's not a beat where I went to a website and I paid for a beat and I downloaded it and then I rapped on it. No. I sat in front of a DAW for 4 days building a beat before I even thought of my rhymes. Cool. So that was really cool. So that brings us pretty much to the end of this awesome episode. I have had fun today, bro.
Good. I do just have one last little tiny thing. Yep. I told you before. I'm going to be doing a video clip.
Yes, Kyle is going to be in a music video.
So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to give too much away now. Because I can't really give too much away. It's that's November 15th is when it's going to happen.
Yep. So not too many details, just a date. And can you tell us what you'll be doing in the film clip?
I will be acting as a drummer. Because I'm a drummer.
Yep.
So I'll be doing the drums for this video clip, which is cool.
Yeah, really awesome.
Not metal.
No, that's cool.
It's more in the country rock feel.
Yep.
But and it is something where I probably will be do some more session drums for him later on down the track.
Yeah, cool.
So that'll be pretty cool.
Who knows? If you ever need an engineer, let me know.
Definitely will. Yeah. But it's going to be in Newcastle, so it'll be around Newcastle.
Oh, he'll probably have a really good studio booked out or something like that. Yeah.
No, this is where he's doing this the video clip.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
live.
cool.
It's on scene live shots in
places.
All
right, awesome.
And it's a whole day.
Yep.
So it's
and you've just basically just got to mime the beat or play the beat along to the
clip can be harder than actually playing it, because I've got to actually just look like I'm playing it.
You're going to look like you're playing it,
as if they're playing the wrong part of the song.
Yeah.
And I'm still just doing this. So that's where, I just got to know the song, which is not a hard song.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's awesome.
Bit of fun.
So, I don't think I've got anything else big coming up. I'm just trying to think. Oh, no, I do. My 2 little things that I've got coming up is my old band, A Villain's Embrace. I just helped create a new YouTube channel, and each week my old band is going to be releasing 2 videos a week of our old footage to really highlight that A Villain's Embrace did exist. We were on the scene. We stuck around for a good 3 or 4 years, and we kicked ass while we were out there. And then along with that, a few more A Villain's Embrace surprises. I'm not going to let everything out of the bag yet, but plenty more music to come. And then also, my Jackal Crow project is very close to releasing a cover of KMFDM's Juke Joint Jezebel, but not just Juke Joint Jezebel, the Mortal Kombat remix, the Metropolis mix. You know the song from Mortal Kombat 1995 when Kano is fighting Sonya? That's the song. So I'm doing a version of that. Is this the city that will rise?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so...
I'm interested to hear that.
Yeah, so that's going to be super fun, and I'm actually paying my proper $22 to have the rights to that song so I can release a cover of another band. So it does cost me on my DistroKid, if I want to cover a song, they have a $12 fee, which is American dollar. So then it turns into about $22 by the time I pay it. But I pay the fee with my upload, and what they do is they look after all the APRA and the rights and the stuff.
So that it's all legal.
It's all legal. So I will legally have my version of KMFDM's...
That'll be like when I want to do that Stain song.
Yeah, so
that'll be cool.
So that's what I was telling you.
That's one of the ones we're working on. We're
going to work on a Stained cover as well. So
Lowest in Me is the song. Yeah,
sweet, and that'll be pretty much the next thing I move on to after I finish doing KMFDM. Yes. And I'm pretty close to that. I've got everything tracked, but I need to spend at least about 2 or 3 weeks mixing. It needs a good mix. I'm going to have that thing.
I've got 2 or 3 weeks before I can even walk properly.
Yeah, so there we go. So it all works out.
I don't want to do it until then.
All right, so thanks everyone for coming and joining in on the Simmo and Kyle show again. We're going to probably have another one before the end of the year, one more, and that'll take us out to episode 5.
One or two, depending on the Mammal show, we might do a surprise one, I don't know.
Yeah, there could be 2, especially seeing as we're going to a few shows.
But a proper one like this, we'll probably one more.
Yeah, probably one more of these, metal news anyway. The other ones don't have to be metal news, they can just be us talking about the show.
The big one, hopefully when we do it the next time, will be Knockfest has their lineup.
Yeah, so and we can make that part of the metal news.
Hopefully, that'll be in there.
So thanks metalheads. Thanks for joining us. Stay metal and as Kyle always says, and rock on. Stay metal and rock on. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Simmo and Kyle show. Stay metal, metalheads. Wow. Yeah.